Block 22 of the Tunisian Sampler Afghan is the ladder block. And the ladder block is a combination of 3 different stitches: the knit stitch, the purl stitch, and the simple stitch. And because I've done these stitches in a number of previous blocks, I'm not going to actually illustrate the making of this block. If you'd like to review how these stitches are done, block 1 illustrates the simple stitch, block 2 the purl stitch, and block 5 the knit stitch. And I'll have direct links available in the description down below for that. Now, my blocks, just as a quick review, are 36 stitches wide and 29 rows high. So to get my ladder down the middle of the block, well, let me back up here just a sec. The first thing I want to do is a simple stitch row to attach to the sashing right here. So I'm going to do 1 row of simple stitch and then come back. And then for row 2, I will do 11 knit stitches, 2 purl, 8 knit, 2 purl, and then 12 knit. And there's 12 on this side and 11 on this side, but when you add the end loop, which always counts as the first stitch, you're at 12 and 12 on both sides, with 8, 2, and 2 in the middle, which is another 12 to make up your 36. So you do that row the same way each time, and all of the rows coming back is a yarn over and draw through 2 all the way across till you get down to 1 stitch. And then you bring your loops up, either knitting or purling, as you go into each row. Okay, so you do row 2 for 4 times so that you have 4 rows with knit in the middle. And then in row 6, you change to the simple stitch, just in these 8 stitches in the middle. And you're going to do that once every 5 rows. So we're going to have 4 rows of knit, simple stitch, 4 rows of knit, simple stitch, etc., until you get to the length you want, in my case 29 rows. You can massage this based on the size. For example, all of these blocks that I'm doing for this Tunisian Sampler Afghan are based on the Leisure Arts and Afghan Stitch Sampler, which is leaflet 2501. It's available as a download at leisurearts.com. And all of the blocks in this Afghan are based on those blocks. And their suggestion, they do each of the blocks independently and then attach it afterwards, put a little border around them, and then whip stitch them together. I'm doing mine a little differently. But if you're following along, if you have the leaflet and you're following along, just follow the instructions for the number of stitches, because they make compensation slightly different than I do, and that is that, you know, one block may have 29 stitches, another block may have 36. Well, I'm doing mine all exactly the same because of the way I'm joining to the previous column. And in this particular case, I think they go for 29 stitches, and then they divided up the stitches therein. You can do the same thing yourself, just doing basic math. You know, you can adjust down your center section here and adjust this up or down as required on each side. Yes, who knew? Crochet and math. This ladder block, I can't imagine ever using it anywhere else. I mean, it's kind of a silly block. But what it does do is it illustrates the possibilities. You could do something like this to make a square, a diamond, a letter, you know, like the letter A, letter B, letter Y for baby, all kinds of ideas that you can do just by varying your stitches. And we're going to have more of these as we go along, particularly in the next column. You'll see more different patterns, different looks, different names based on the knit and purl and simple stitch. It's quite interesting. So this is the letter. It's also the last block of this column, so my next one will be starting column 4. Whoopee! And oh, by the way, no, we're not quite halfway through. Next column will be halfway through. So thanks for watching. Bye.